Phantom Liberty 26th. That's not far away, that.
Nope.
Not far away at all.
Captured in game.
You're ahead of me by a little smidge.
Yeah, every home. Is this oh, what do you call it? City Skylines.
Could be.
Every skyscraper, every roundabout. Is it? Oh, I said every city. I thought this is every skyline next. I've totally called it. This looks like City Skylines.
Could be an in-house Xbox one. I doubt it, but it could.
Has this been announced for Game Pass before?
I don't think so.
That would be awesome if it is.
Could be. We had a great time playing City Skylines.
It's a good game. This looks incredible.
A lot more in depth.
Yeah.
The child in me playing SimCity back in the day would flip out at this. You make cities, we make skylines.
October 21st, coming to Game Pass.
Yeah, you are like 10 seconds ahead of me now.
A few seconds, but yeah.
I'll tell you when it cuts to the next screen. Still on the Skylines hold and slide. Day 1 on Game Pass. Just popped up. World premiere. I hate how that's conditioned us all to do this every time. Atlas again! They've signed some kind of contract.
Oh yeah. Come on, give it Persona 6. Give me 2025, I'll be okay with. Just tell me it's coming. This could be Persona.
It's got that vibe, knowing nothing really about
It could
Persona.
It could be part of like the Shin Megami Tensei, like. Because Persona's technically a spin-off. Like.
Yeah.
From creators of Persona 3, 4, and 5. Doesn't look like a Persona game. In terms of its setting, it looks more like fantasy, but with like traditional Persona like enemies and things in there. So it might just be a spin-off.
Yeah, there's definitely some massive monsters in there. Dun 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 dun.
Metaphor.
Okay, metaphor. So it seemingly looks connected, but it might be different.
For Fantasio.
World premiere.
Evening Chase.
Oh, the gaming advocate in the house. Welcome.
Oh.
Yeah, solid showcase so far. Hope you're good, buddy.
Banner Saga trilogy.
It's been a long time.
Humanity's cities have fallen. Our people's only means of survival is to seek sanctuary here, in the Belfry.
Your guess is probably good as mine.
Yeah.
Chat will help us out, Banner Saga.
Explore this world to find the origins of this evil.
What I can say so far is next year for Xbox is stacked.
And bring hope back to our people.
Oh, absolutely.
And there's been a few things for this year as well, so
Just a few. In an ever-changing world.
Where you have spaghetti monsters floating over your head.
Together, you can save humanity.
Towerborn. Game Pass.
It looks like a 4X strategy game. At least at the end where it kind of pulled out and showed you like the hex grid.
World premiere.
World premiere. Wonder how long this has got left. Must be nearing the end of this element, right?
Yeah. In exile. Why am I getting Bioshock vibes?
Because it looks like Bioshock.
This city is a miracle of progress.
Looks like Columbia. Just not. It all depends if it's a floating city or not. That's the big distinguisher.
Well, one of them was underneath the waves, so it could be something else.
But it only takes one rebellious little gear to ruin everything.
Uh-oh.
If you resist my rule,
Now it looks very Bioshock.
if you alter
It was the vibe of it. With like, he's an idyllic city. Like, clearly things about it go weird.
Just that steampunk vibe as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
There is
Looks cool, though.
nowhere in space or time where I will not destroy you.
Now, will this be a Bioshock? Oh, is there only 3? Or will this be something else?
Well, we know there's a Bioshock 4 in the works, but this...
It keeps going back, a House of Wonders thing.
Visually, it's close, but I feel like it's not quite
What did I do?
the Bioshock art style.
Any last words before my friend puts one in your scalp?
Ah,
Clockwork.
Revolution.
Revolution.
Not Clockwork Orange. Coming in due time. Clockwork Revolution. Oh, we're getting a lot of games tonight, Richie.
We are getting a lot of good-looking games as well.
We are. They all
Thank
look
you
very
all
interesting.
for
Oh,
joining
there
us.
he is.
We got Phil.
Today is a special day for me and the team. I'm excited to see
What's his t-shirt,
11
Diablo?
games showcased from our first-party studios.
11 games.
We opened with Fable from Playground Games, which will bring the franchise into the modern era while staying true to its British style and humor. Compulsion and In Exile shared their first original experiences
both look
since
great.
joining Xbox with
South of Midnight
and Clockwork Revolution.
We've seen
And we are
27 games so
thrilled
far.
at how Avowed is
in like
shaping
an
up
hour.
for release
11
next
first
year
party as well.
from the RPG
Yeah.
masters at Obsidian.
Practically everything coming to Game
In
Pass.
addition to Avowed,
Practically everything
our
coming in
studios will
2024.
deliver Hellblade 2, an all-new
And nothing
Microsoft
will
Flight
crap.
Simulator, Towerborn, and more in 2024. Later this month, players can look forward to Elder Scrolls Online Necrom and Sea of Thieves Monkey Island. As we look to holiday, we will launch
What's Hexen?
Starfield and Forza Motorsport, both built for Xbox Series X, S, and PC. We are also honored to share 14 games today from our creative partners, like Star Wars Outlaws from Ubisoft Massive, in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games, 33 Immortals from Thunder Lotus, Kunitsu Gami, Path of the Goddess from Capcom, and more Persona games coming to Game Pass thanks to our
Just more
continued
Persona
partnership
games.
with Sega
Yeah.
Atlas. I'd also like
Did you
to
like Persona 5?
congratulate
He's a different
the
version of
Studio
Persona 5.
Zero team on Metaphor Refantasio.
Persona 5 is
It's
an IP
great
in
to
its
be
own
able to
right
premiere
at this
what
point.
is
It's
next
like
from the
transcended
creators of
just
Persona
like,
here in our showcase. We are focused on putting our players and game creators first in everything we do. No matter if you choose to play on Xbox, PC, or over the cloud, all gamers are welcome here at Xbox. When it comes to our consoles, we have heard your feedback on two fronts. First, we have significantly increased our supply of Xbox Series X, making it easier for fans to find globally. Second, we know you've wanted more storage with Xbox Series S, and I'm excited to share
New console.
we have some news
Pro.
there as well.
Series X Pro.
Maybe it's just a hard drive.
It's black. It's not white. Back in black. Yeah. What do you think, Richie? A terabyte? Or
maybe.
why does terabyte? Why does technology look slick as hell in black? I have one of these and it's already got me hyped just seeing it in black with this like crazy rendered trailer.
There's very little benefit of me buying carbon black. There's very little benefit of me buying this because it'd probably be cheaper to just put in an external hard drive.
Yeah, before my birthday, just in time. Treat yourself. Not that I need the space.
One more thing you've all been waiting
everyone
for.
likes one more thing.
Prepare for the most comprehensive deep dive
Ah,
we've ever done.
you can't have the one more
for
thing
the
being
biggest
Starfield.
game we've ever built. So sit tight and enjoy Starfield Direct.
Right, sit tight. How long do we have?
About
an hour.
That's a long time on one game.
Starfield Direct, incoming. 10 minutes, is that 10 seconds?
Seconds, yeah.
Right, okay, I was going to say, give us 10 minutes to kind of condense everything down. I did have a separate stream set up for the Starfield Direct just to make everything a little bit tidier on our end.
Yeah.
But I don't think we've got
But everything's
time.
went to shit anyway.
Yeah. Hey, we'll just keep going on this one. I don't want to ruin it. Chat, are you still with us? I'm not going crazy. I believe I was talking to myself for probably like 5 minutes before I realised last time.
There was this moment when I think it was during Starfield.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking and then I looked over and you were frozen. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah. Here we go. Sellers on Starfield.
Thank you so much
Todd.
for joining us today, and welcome to Bethesda Game Studios. You know, we've been so lucky over the decades to make the kind of games that we love here, and that's thanks to all of you. From the Elder Scrolls to Fallout, we love
Skyrim
these
guy.
worlds and playing in them just as much as you do. And throughout all that time, we'd often talk about and dream up the space game. What if we could take that feeling of being who you want to be and explore?
What is he talking about there? This is a tank. This has legs.
You weren't really limited in where you could go.
That's clearly
or what you could do.
We need some guys in the
And
room
that
doing the thing,
is
looking like you're having a meeting. But it's
Obviously,
very chill,
we've come
very
a long
casual.
way since then with the
And
games
B-roll.
we've built, our technology, and all of us here in the studio. We've done so much
It's a
together.
clean-looking
but,
studio.
We've never tried to make a game like this.
Looks like there's a lot of
Today,
wasted
you'll get
space
to
in
hear
terms
from
of
many on the
real estate,
team
actually.
and see
Hey,
so much.
It looks cool
of what we
place to
think
work,
makes
but
our
like,
game special. So let's jump in.
get some
and take a
cubicles in
look.
there.
Here we go.
Yeah. Good evening, Ray.
Starfield is our first new universe.
Don't worry
in
about it,
over
Lee.
25 years.
You missed the showcase, but
still
you're
a
here just in
Bethesda
time for the beginning of
RPG
Starfield.
Through and through.
They keep
where you
pushing
step into
Starfield
a new
through third
world,
person.
and you get that
I know,
feeling
I'm excited
of
for it.
unlimited possibilities.
I mean,
But this
both
time,
Fallout
it's
and
not just one world.
Elder Scrolls have always had third person, but it's always been like, no, it doesn't.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
over a
Not,
thousand.
not the intentional way to play.
Because the choice
Yeah.
of where to go, it's not ours.
Everything
It's
I'm seeing
yours.
here is like, yep. I'm such
it
a
wasn't
third
until
person
now
guy, it's
that
unbelievable.
we had the technology to create it.
If I could live my own life in third person,
From
I'd
the
do it.
rocks at your feet
I
to
live
the
mine in third
mountains in the
person.
distance.
I just want to see what the back of my head looks like at all times.
Just hire some people
That
to
isn't
carry
just a
an array
backdrop.
of mirrors.
That moon is actually there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too.
Ooh.
We realistically simulate the galaxy around you. Our next generation lighting model uses real-time global illumination to light the world based on the type of star and the makeup of the planet's atmosphere.
I'm worried it's just been trying to be too ambitious
an
and ends up
all-new animation
not being
system.
a fun game.
I don't think they'd be this confident in it if not.
You can play it in third person.
Yes. Confirmed.
And you can play it in first person.
Oh,
which is expected. It's expected from the first game, but yeah, it's nice to see that third person is.
We love
clearly
exploration and rewarding it, but you do explore differently in this game given its scale. That usually involves exploring an area you've landed in. You can collect resources.
This is very No Man's Sky with the laser to get things.
And maybe even stumble upon something unexpected.
I think No Man's Sky team just watching this gone, that's what we did! Yeah. Like, you have obviously more funding to make it visually more beautiful. Oh, Spacer Punk. Show me what this looks like in third person.
Like in the low gravity from
yeah.
Borderlands.
Jump around. Cool. Well, there he is. Jetpack. Oh.
It does feel like this is a sort of game where I might actually switch between like third and first person. In combat, go third first person if it's going to be more of a shooter.
Allowing you to pick everything up.
That new cola.
All that in your data menu.
Boom pop cola.
This is the hub for everything you're doing.
It's called Howard.
Your skills to your ship, your missions, and your inventory.
I like it. Cool. It's very clean, isn't it?
Detail in every
like the menu, like there's a lot of stuff going on, but it's very just clean.
Spacesuits to food. We just obsess over the details and food.
Steak.
We obsess over food. When you're done exploring, you can walk back or fast travel to your ship. We have companions and crew you can take with you. I left Vasco here back at my ship.
Welcome back, Captain Howard.
And he can even say your name. Let's head out.
That's impressive. I know it's a small thing, but if you can just type in any kind of name and he can.
Our mission was to convey the wonder
generate that.
and majesty
of
space exploration.
Yeah.
To evoke the romance of the golden age of early spaceflight. And we've been referring to this approach as NASA Punk. This means a design language where the tech is
NASA
advanced,
Punk,
yet still looks grounded and relatable.
For us, it's that contrast. That's where the visual interest is. Obviously, the NASA, which is the
kind of like Star Wars tech, where it's Star Wars space. It's space, but it's stuck in 1970s, in fact.
Style coming through in your ship. Your ship is your home for you.
That's like Millennium Falcon.
And like many of
the ring for the main bit.
Slightly retro.
Does that have hollow chest? I like it. This is what I think space looks like.
Where everything is well used.
Thanks to sci-fi movies.
Alrighty. What's the plan, Captain?
This is your star map. It starts with the planet you're currently on. You can see all of its info and resources. You can choose a landing spot or fast travel to known locations. Backing out further, you can view all the planets in the
I immediately
system.
just picture Mass Effect when I see that solar system guide.
And it's here you can see planets that have key locations, missions, or life on them, versus the many planets that are barren but resource heavy. Zoom out even further to see all the systems in this part of the galaxy. Here you can plot a course.
The new father inside me thinks, no time for this.
Drive to fold space and jump to these systems.
My worry is this is a game I'll jump in, I'll play for a while, and then I'll just burn out on without.
But for now, we'll plot a course to the Alpha Centauri system.
I feel so jealous for like the teenagers who have like all summer.
This is a game that I'm going to have to force myself to mainline the main story before like
exploration kicks in.
Yeah.
Well, what's the co-op element of this? Do we know that yet? Like, can we play it together? Can we jump into each other's worlds? Or
I don't know if I want that. Like,
oh, thanks.
No, it's
love
just
you
like,
too.
Is that just then becoming something it doesn't need to be?
I just mean so we can explore together rather than be bogged down with getting lost in our own worlds.
Yeah.
Like, we don't like. Obviously, you wouldn't have to be close. I could be on a different solar system.
In a city like New Atlantis, your eyes
New
are
Atlantis,
guided
nice.
Upwards to just these boundless, vast buildings. It's the biggest city we've ever
The Citadel.
made, not just in size, but also in the amount.
God, I spent so long in the Citadel talking to everyone.
Yeah.
So the main
you don't realize how big it is until you start talking to everyone.
Supports the story. We try and tell as many small stories as
possible.
Hey, cadets.
This is a Colony War memorial.
It's a few moments of gameplay that make the space feel like it's full of real characters that are going about their day-to-day lives.
It's paralyzing if you really stop and think about it.
Buddy, it's coffee.
They have donuts.
It's also
confirmed.
where your adventure with Constellation
Donuts
begins.
in space. That's all you need to know about Starfield.
Beep boop beep.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
007.
By the time you meet them, Constellation is sort of seen as this mythical group. Most people
Space
don't
whale.
even know they exist anymore. They're the last true explorers in the galaxy, and they're trying to find the answers to some of humanity's biggest questions.
The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you.
He touched me!
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
Oh my god. Look at how it's coming together.
That means there's a set built by an intelligence outside the settled system.
That guy looks way
It's definitely an eclectic cast of characters. You've got Sarah
It looks like he's
Morgan,
been to swimming pool and took a swim cap
soldier
off.
and adventurer, now Constellation's leader. Mateo, the theologian,
Wearing a nappy
who
on his
believes that
head.
There's definitely something else out there. Noel, the gifted scientist and Sarah Morgan's protege, and Walter, a very successful businessman.
The finance arsehole of the group.
Constellation's financier.
Yeah, there it is. Financier.
There's also Vlad, the ex-pirate, Sam Coe, the former space cowboy, and
A literal
Barrett.
space cowboy.
You know what I hate about these pirates? Completely resistant to my otherwise irresistible charm.
The journey you take with Constellation is just the first of many you'll embark on. The Settled Systems is home to all kinds of different stories, people, and adventures for you to uncover.
My only worry so far of this is they went for the bigger is better approach.
We'll see.
That ends up just being too big of a game.
The United Colonies is where you'll find New Atlantis, the first major human settlement.
I mean, that
in
could be
space.
great if you're like you're someone who's
The
still
people
playing
who live
Skyrim
here
now,
value law,
and you just keep finding more
discipline,
stuff to
and
do.
the legacy of humanity. They consider
As someone
themselves
who likes
the
a nice
true
endpoint to
children
my
of
games.
Earth.
You ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, even get your UC citizenship?
New Atlantis
Every
is
day.
the only city within the United Colonies.
Oh!
The city of Sidonia
Tree
on
stick
Mars,
insect.
to this day serves as the largest mining facility for the United Colonies.
She should be wearing goggles and gloves.
Yeah, something.
Beyond
Some
the
sort of
United
PPE.
Colonies' reach, you might find yourself in a much more wild and independent coalition of star systems. This is Freestar Collective Space.
Oh, I want to be a space
The
cowboy.
capital of the Freestar
Yeah, me
Collective
too. I mean,
is
outlaw.
Aquila City.
The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture.
A ranger relies on judgment and intuition to do what's best for the people.
Neon started out as a fishing platform, but is now known throughout the Settled Systems as a pleasure city, where almost anything goes.
If you've got morality issues, this definitely isn't the job for you.
Ryujin is hiring the best and brightest of today for our future tomorrow.
Everyone has been chewed up and ground up by Neon. Try not to get yourself killed, all right?
Outside the bounds of civilized space, there are still plenty of unclaimed systems to explore, but these areas are also home to the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
The snake people.
Serpent hungers. All heathens shall be made dust in time.
A new face. This is the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile.
They
Hope you can
think
join all
the
these different
galaxy
factions.
is theirs.
Seems to be that way.
Wrong. It belongs to the Crimson Fleet. It always has.
In Starfield, we're pushing our cities and settlements further than we ever have before. It's all there, waiting for you.
Well, nice to see there's a bit of
slice of
recreational
humanity's future.
facilities.
Yep.
So, ready to get out there?
Throughout the galaxy, there are so many things to see and stories to experience. But the most important story is the one that you tell. I'm the type of person who spends hours in character creation, And I think people are going to be really
Also,
excited
lead
when they see
animator.
all of the improvements we've made.
Literal character creation.
One of the biggest overhauls was done through our character generation system. We scanned a wide range of faces from different age groups and ethnicities. And by mixing and matching all that data, we were able to create highly detailed and diverse characters.
We use that exact system to create all of the characters.
With games like this, do you ever wonder the storage space they have on site in the server farms?
You could make yourself.
Oh, huge.
Hey, come on, come on. Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's
This is
still
clearly
out.
the intro of the game, isn't it?
Looks
you know
like
who
it.
you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
Yeah.
You start your character creation journey as though you're cycling through employee records. You'll pick from a lineup of 40 presets.
Who am
and that'll be
I?
your starting point. Your journey from there can be as detailed or as quick as you want it to be. This new system has more to offer than ever before.
It's also the simplest character generation system we've ever had. We let the player get as close as possible to make whatever they want.
But can you have his piecing in the character creator? Because that's a very unique place to have a piecing.
Blemishes, scars, piercings, teeth settings. It's a lot. But
It
I
looks
think it's the most fun
painful.
to use.
Let's go through bone, right?
Character creation is more
The
than
bridge
just
of your
how you
nose.
look.
Nah,
This
just
is
like the
also where you
skin,
start
probably.
to decide
Ew.
who you want to be. That's
There's
where
no bone
backgrounds
in
come
your
in.
nose.
What about this? The whole
Backgrounds give
thing?
you a bit of
Yeah.
backstory
Cartilage.
and start
It's
you
not
out with
bone.
3
Ah.
basic skills.
Yeah,
From
that's not
chef
bone.
to
Have you never
desk.
seen a skull?
You know, the crew
I
still
mean,
has
yeah,
a
but I
betting
always thought
pool
like the
about which
thin bits just
restaurant
eroded
you must
away.
cross to wind up here.
What's
Feels
great
like
about
bone.
backgrounds is you never know when yours is going to come in handy.
Still won't want to
You could
get
be
a
in the middle
nail
of a
put
fancy
through it though.
restaurant, talking to some guy, and suddenly you learn he needs a beast
The
hunter
worst thing for
to
me
help
is
track
it'd be
down a
constantly
monster.
Fine.
vision.
I probably should stick to
Yeah,
professionals
just be there
anyway,
constantly.
given what happened the last time.
We're also giving you the option to customize your build even further by letting you pick up to 3 traits. Traits are completely optional, and they come with their own advantages and disadvantages. You could choose to meet your biggest fan.
By Vectera, by Vectera! Is it really, really you?
Kill him.
So join your crew,
Kill him
and they'll
immediately.
give you gifts
That's a
if you're
Skyrim
willing to put
reference,
up with
like-
this constant commentary.
I can't believe I get to stand near
In fact, I'm
you,
pretty sure that's one of the
breathing
voice
the
actors.
same air.
I've got to have every molecule.
My favorite trait is kid stuff.
That's
you have to pay
creepy.
some credits
Yeah.
to support your parents, but they're very sweet, and it's really fun to go visit them.
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor.
My God!
I came across some hostile zealots.
I
in
don't even know what's
space.
going on now.
Because I had chosen a trait that made me the same religion as them, I was able to get by without any issues.
Where do you even start making a game like this? Like the web of connectivity involved must be like so hard to keep track of.
And try to kill you.
They said that it's been 25 years in the
No matter
making,
what you
so
choose,
they
there'll be plenty
started
of
thinking
ways
about
for
it
you
25
to
years
tell
ago.
your story. And if you want to remove a trait, there are ways to do that too.
What a view! It's a feast for the eyes. Off we go.
The
To
fans getting
another
pushed in.
adventure. We'll let you discover that on your own.
I don't trust the adoring fan either.
No. He's talented.
Once you've built the perfect character, that's when your journey can really begin.
And
We took
then
what
the
we
cleaners
loved
come
about
along and
skills
wipe it
perks
all
from our
off in one
previous
go.
games and put them together to create an all-new skill system. Each time you level up,
Cephalopod.
you get a skill point, which can be used to unlock or rank up skills.
Okay, so we have skill trait.
Ranks are unlocked by completing challenges associated with that skill. Challenges become increasingly difficult as you work your way to higher ranks.
Gorilla!
With our 5 different skill trees and 4 ranks per skill, there's a lot to choose from.
I like the fact that it's based on challenges rather
I
than
like
just
the
fun point setters.
xenosociology skill because it lets you mind control aliens.
What? That's a deer bug tree?
Boost pack out of the gate.
Can you
on
mount
boost
it?
pack and everywhere.
No, I've not seen that yet. Yeah, I want my jetpack
I like
to be
maxing
full
out
on
my physical
Boba
tree
Fett
so I
style.
can get neuro strikes and just punch my way through combat.
Crotch punch.
That one's a lot of fun.
Invest in the skills that suit your playstyle.
I'm very much a stealth player. So, I'm out there pickpocketing everyone. My favorite part about being stealthy is slowly creeping through vents like you're in a movie, and then jumping out and springing on people.
Whenever possible, I like to talk my way through situations.
This area's off limits. Fine, I'll
My
issue you
problem
an
sometimes
access
with
card.
like games that have like
I'm
deep
more of a
morality
run and gun
systems.
player.
I always end up playing the good guy because I don't want everyone to be pissed
I
off
like
with
doing
me
that
and
death
like
from
not have
above
quests.
thing where I boost pack over guys and I throw landmines at them. I like blowing stuff up.
Yeah, as you know, you can get the credits in 100 hours. There'll be, I imagine it'll be like Skyrim, where there's probably about maybe a 20-hour main campaign, and then there's just, but that's not, there'll be just epic amounts of content to do after that. That's why I said earlier, I think I'll probably force myself to kind of mainline it first.
In Starfield,
And then
there
I
are
can
full
just
star
play to my
systems
heart's
with
content
new
until I
life,
fizzle out with it.
resources, and adventures. Our team worked hard to strike a balance between fun and realism. We studied data from NASA and a multitude of other sources to help us make the world feel believable. From the way we approached planetary atmospheres to the way we placed biomes based on the planet's distance from the sun.
That's that word again. He's on Pluto.
Yeah.
Once we had created
Like,
a
do you think it's going to be like the
grounded
Star
world,
Wars thing where
we can
every
start
planet
looking at
has
all the
effectively
things that
one
make that
biome
world
to it?
fun.
Potentially, yeah.
Or there's going to be variety
When you leave
within
a
the
planet
planets.
and head into space,
Depends how big the planets are.
you'll be navigating
different
asteroid
planet size,
fields,
like-
having chance
Well,
meetings.
that's
with
what we've
other
already
species,
seen. Is it just like
dogfighting
procedural for
space,
like the whole
exploring
planet,
derelict
or is it
ships.
kind of like Star Wars, where if you go to Tatooine, you literally end up near Mos Eisley every single time, an entire planet, and you end up in one little small town?
I've got a feeling there's going to be some like pre-designed planets, which you'll go to through like a major
Because whether
quest
it's on
line,
the surface of a planet,
and then there'll just be a load of procedurally
realities of
generated
a
stuff
city,
as well.
Yeah.
or the vastness of space, you
It might not
never
be
know what
different
you'll
from
find.
player to player. It might just be like, yeah, okay, we just needed to populate the universe. Oh yeah, I forgot about the ship customization.
Oh, that's going to be a fun part.
Space exploration is possible.
I wonder if
thanks to
people
your
just going to
ship.
immediately make like
Your
a
ship
Star
is
Wars or a
almost
Star
like
Trek
having
ship.
another character
How many
or
people is just gonna
home
make a
you
flying
can make
penis?
all your own. I think you'll be blown away by the amount of stuff you can do. You can buy a ship.
I'm sure you can find something you like.
Customize and upgrade that ship. And hire a crew to keep it up and running. And it all starts in spaceports. Every spaceport has a ship technician where you can purchase, sell, and modify ships.
Anything I can help you with?
Maybe you start off with a speedy fighter that's perfect for bounty hunting. Then you might round out your ship roster with a hulking space freighter to run cargo missions, or even do a little smuggling. For now, though, we're going to take our starting ship, the Frontier, and make some changes.
Oh, what am I going to call my ship?
You can customize and upgrade everything
cool
you
way
see
it does
here.
that, kind of splits out.
And you have 2 ways to do that.
I've got a name for
You
my
can
ship in my
quickly
head, but I'm not
upgrade
telling you because you'll
individual
steal it because it's so
systems like your
cool.
weapons or
Actually, I might
shields,
tell you because it's so cool.
or
You
you
ready?
can deep dive and enter the ship
Star
building mode.
Splicer.
Here you can change anything,
Right?
from the
I'm
systems
nicking that.
to the look and layout.
Damn it!
Adding a new habitat module can
I'll
give you
forget
more
about
room
it by
for
the
crew.
time.
I probably will as well, which is why I was like, if I don't say it out loud on the stream, I might never have a way of remembering it.
An improved grav drive allows for longer distance space
You can have
jumps.
like a different model. You can have like Star
You can
Spicer
even
X.
fully customize your paint
you
job
can have the
to
Star
get the
Spicer
exact
S.
look you want. The parts you choose to build with don't just affect your ship's stats. They'll also affect what you can do inside your ship. You can have modules for crafting,
The Orbitron.
or for storing and displaying your weapons.
Welcome aboard the Orbitron.
Starfield's in-game ship manufacturers bring their own look and feel to every piece of your ship. From living quarters
One.
to cargo holds, mess halls, and
Default.
control rooms.
Welcome aboard the SS Default.
Our modified Frontier is a practical ship, but with a little creativity, your ship can look like almost anything you want.
It's a bit odd, but one of my favorite ways of customizing ships is I make them look like animals. the HMS Platypus, as I called it, where it had like a giant tail to it. And we've done spiders, we've done mechs. So it's
Optimus
really
Prime bot?
whatever your imagination
That doesn't
is.
seem like the most aerodynamic of ships,
And
but
while you can build your home among the stars the way you want to,
the clunky way that took off.
Imagine you just working in a spaceport, you look up and it's like, Backlands, what the fuck is this?
It's gonna be so many penis ships.
When you are, Captain.
Yeah.
Engines ready.
Just one long corridor, 2 modules at the base.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of the SpaceX ships in real life do look like dicks.
Can join you on your journey. These companions can serve on your crew, and they'll always be there when you travel.
We'll be traveling together until we either find
That jacket looks really good.
or this lead runs dry.
It's a nice jacket.
It's like a Ravager jacket from Guardians of the Galaxy.
For your ships and outposts, as well as unique quest lines. Eventually,
Spaceships have
some
no
friendships might
aerodynamics.
blossom into
That's not
romance.
true because they have to go inside atmospheres. That's when aerodynamics do come into play.
And if you're looking for a little
Yeah, if you're
extra help on your
re-entering
ship, you can
a
always
planet's
hire a different
atmosphere
crew
and you
at
start to get
spaceports.
that heat flare up, if you've just got a flat front, that ain't good for heat distribution. Just a
also
big
unless you
plate
take
of
from, like,
metal that's going to hit and take all the turbulence.
Might be a spot for me on your ship.
Unless you kind of have like, you know, in the old world, like ships where you'd have like a normal big ship and then you'd get like the rowboat now to go to shore. You could do something similar. So you have the big
And just like
spaceship and then you fly
those
down
crew
in
members
the
can lend a
atmosphere.
hand in the
Like a
fiddles.
little shuttle, like
Take
a land
Roscoe, for
shuttle.
instance.
Nice. I got a little robot buddy too.
Yeah.
Around the core basics of a NASA machine.
Please avoid getting shot. You might die.
I still wanted to give it almost a humanoid
You might.
personality, so I elongated the limbs. This tends to make him feel more human-like and give him a little personality.
It is a shame. Exploration requires so much bloodshed.
Using the
I
shipbuilding
like that
tools
comedy.
and crew selection features in Starfield, you'll be able to build and captain the ship of your dreams. And now, let's take to the sky.
Plows through the front of the building without going up.
Do I get to pilot it? Or is it just like cinematic?
You must do to some degree. There's got to be like space combat of some kind.
We're putting you
Hopefully.
in the cockpit of your very own spaceship and telling you that you can do.
This is
pretty
where
much
it's exactly
anything.
like Flight
That is
Simulator,
really
but in
cool for us
space.
as developers. Spaceflight should be exciting and dangerous, and you should feel like you're in complete control every step of the way.
Damn right.
We've extended that sense of control to ship combat. It's not about just hitting your triggers to fire your weapons.
Yes.
It's a complex dance between your piloting skills and our power allocation system. Boosting power to your engines will make your
England.
ship faster.
Yeah. We want more England. Why? Because we're good at conquering.
Powering up the ground drives.
Oh, that's a statement to put out there.
Before you can
We
make a
will
jump.
take all of your national treasures and put them in our museums.
Boost it.
And moving your power to your weapons and shields means you're ready for a fight. You should always be on your toes because you're not alone out there.
Uh-oh. The Crimson Fleet. Missiles. Oh, they regret attacking us instantly.
More
I
power
want-
in your targeting control system skill
Oh.
will allow you to
I
zero
need
in on specific subsystems of
seismic
the ship you
charges.
target.
Wham. They gotta be in it.
I think there's like a heavy cannon there. Only
After
30
destroying
XP.
an enemy ship, you can loot the remains from your cockpit. You can always turn any ship that engages you into scrap. But you can also take a more personal approach by docking with the enemy
Board
vessel
them.
and boarding their ship.
Punched them in the face. I like how the gravity's
The
off.
turned off the turned off the gravity.
That's
That's,
cool.
that's one of the things I think I would do. Like okay, we get bored, turn off the gravity, just mess. Give them a few seconds to turn off the gravity, mess with them, then we
Once you've
ambush.
taken control of an enemy ship, it's yours.
We all wear gravity
Add
boots.
to your fleet and retrieve it at any
I
spaceport.
think you just capture the enemy ships. That's cool.
but space is way more
That might
than
be how
fun
we
for
get
your
new
life.
modules and stuff.
Yeah, like scavenge them from
Just
other
like
ships.
when you're planet side, there are plenty of sights to see and stops to make on the way to your next adventure. Like these massive star yards.
Got some Dead
Walk the
Space
halls,
vibes.
Talk to the crew. Maybe get talked
I
into
imagine
buying a
doing
whole new
3 or
ship.
4 of these, and then the 5th one is like abandoned, and there's just
That
something
guy clearly
creepy.
couldn't grow a
Maybe you'll
facial
dock
hair,
with
so he
a
just tattooed it
gigantic
on.
battleship, like the UC Vigilance.
Do you see Vigilance?
I do.
Or rub elbows with the galaxy's wealthy elite on a cruise ship fit for the stars.
Oh. Terran Preservation
There are plenty
Society.
of personal encounters to be had as well. You can hail any ship you come across to trade, swap info, or maybe even commit an act of piracy.
Let's do this.
When I'm playing, I generally go crazy. I definitely go like the more piracy routes. I want to take over ships. I'm gonna board ships. I'm like,
You
this is
learn a
now
lot about your
mine.
colleagues
I
by just sitting
steal
them
all
down
the
and watching them
sandwiches
play like a
and
sandbox
put them
style game
in
like
my
this, and
cargo
just
hold that
seeing
I have specifically
Yourself
for
there.
sandwiches.
No
I don't wanna play
actual
hero,
consequence, what
so I
would
wanna
they
go
do?
out and just start taking things from people as quickly as possible.
Yeah, lock your office
Some
when she's
strangers
around.
might be looking for a little human connection in the darkness of space.
Romance.
Hello, stranger. I just finished cooking up some food.
Grandma?
If you want to come on over, just pop on by.
Don't dock Grandma.
Some of the best moments are the ones you discover on your own. The thing I love most about Starfield is that it is a Bethesda game through and through. It's really about
Dogs it
going
all.
to strange new places, meeting interesting people, and getting sidetracked on zany adventures. Then realizing 2 hours later that you're involved in a completely new story.
You're human. We thought we were the only ones.
Cleopatra of the Stars.
That DNA is so present here. It's in our random encounters, it's in our handcrafted quests, and it feels so cool to play it and just make your own path in this universe. There are over 1,000 planets out there, just waiting for you to visit.
I want to see like
We want
actually
you to
just
feel
go
like
through that
explorers.
atmosphere and like, can you do that
around
whole
on new
thing?
planets, exploring every inch of a mostly untouched galaxy. We want you to feel hopeful. We want you to feel this sense of awe and wonder, and sometimes a little fear. We're giving you a
shields
massive
up.
playground and a ton of toys, and just setting you free.
Hey everybody, we've shown you so much stuff, but we thought we'd just take a little break and show you something
So the
a
controller?
little bit different.
Or the
You know, we
headset, have you
put
seen
so
the
much detail
Starfield?
into our game worlds, and we love the opportunity
It's already leaked,
to
I think,
bring
today,
that
didn't it?
into the real world with our collector's editions. And for this
Oh,
game,
here we go.
We've done a watch.
You get a
It is the
spaceship.
Constellation Explorer's Watch. This is the watch that you actually get in the game that acts as part of your HUD, where it's the compass and then environmental information. It connects
Amazon
to your
Luna,
phone to give you
confirmed.
notifications and other information. And we've also designed this really cool case that it comes with, Istvan.
Yeah, we really took as much care in designing this case as we did to watch. Our attention to detail in the game totally translates to this. Inspired by the cases that the astronauts used during the Apollo era to bring back samples from the moon. It's got an intricate locking mechanism, authentic, heavy, comes with a Constellation patch, NATO strap, and the overall functionality and believability.
That's cool. It's
of
nice to
this
get a
as
collectible that
something
has like a
would exist
daily
in
life
the world,
function.
in the Starfield universe.
Yeah.
But what happens in terms of warranty?
And is it good enough? Like,
We actually have something else. Now that we're part of Xbox, we get to work with the amazing people on the Xbox hardware team, and together we have created
Hey.
this custom limited
That's
edition
cool.
Starfield controller. It's awesome. It is now, you know, our favorite controller.
We love this because it's inspired by the actual controls of your spaceship. And not only that, we've created the first ever custom headset with Xbox. And this
Yeah,
is
that
a
could be an
perfect
expansion of
pairing
Design
with that
Labs?
controller.
we're gonna do custom
Elements.
headsets as well.
That would be cool. Trot.
Yeah, it is cool. It is a cool looking controller.
I didn't realize Starfield was so heavy on the like the rainbow stripes. Like,
Yeah,
I guess it's in the logo, but... That is cool. A lot of pop-in from textures there. It wasn't, it was 4 different worlds.
In every one of our games, we always put so much care into all those little details that breathe life into our worlds. But
I haven't seen much of the creatures
yet. Game
yet.
Studios world. It's a Bethesda Game Studios galaxy.
Isn't any?
So why go this big
Empty.
with Starfield?
The whole thing's
All
empty.
the worlds are empty.
Because we
Look
want
at
to
that,
give
nothing
you
there.
freedom
It's
on a
just rocks.
galactic level.
Space. I mean, that's what
Freedom
would
to
happen if you went to the
experience
moon.
both the exciting planets and the quiet ones. Scanning a planet before you land is a great way to get a sneak peek at the available
Oh, it's called
resources
Margaret then.
for crafting, building, and customizing.
I think what's cool about this whole system that we generate the planet itself as a procedural content, but the handcrafted content itself comes as the player explore. Our system builds the planet as the player approaches it. We stitch together a block of terrain. After that, we have the system that adds interesting locations for the player to explore, creatures to encounter.
That's always been my concern, Jin.
Or
If you make
1,000
planets, are you making just
It allows us to
999
add that
crap
touch
planets
of
in one good one?
environmental
Like,
storytelling that
Depends how good
Bethesda is
the
known for.
AI generation is.
Aggressive creatures have been disrupting our experiments. Their habitat isn't far from here. If you could take care of them for us, we would be in your debt.
So even if your friends were to visit the same planet that you had, you would have a different story to tell.
I suppose in some ways it gives that replayability. But every time you load a new save, that's it. Like until you approach a planet, you don't know what's going to be on there.
Yeah. Door.
I wonder if then they'll have like a seed system.
Gonna blow. Oh. I do like the little jet boost you get.
Yeah.
Judo chop.
Science great.
Eel
It's completely
pace.
up to you how you want to interact with each planet. Whether you want to explore
Just
and see
spread
what
it on
you can
yourself and then
find,
you're fixed.
harvest resources and be on your way, or simply take in the views. With the help of your scanner, you'll chart the uncharted and discover exotic wildlife.
If you have the skills, you can even figure out that certain creatures and plants, you can build an outpost and produce resources from those plants and
the
animals.
abilities for people
You
with
can
way more time
get
than me as well.
experience and rewards for fully surveying planets and fully surveying a whole system.
When we were concepting these creatures, we really wanted to think of them as natural to the environment.
got a
We
very
didn't want
flaccid
alien
nose.
monsters. We wanted native wildlife. Something you've never seen before.
When it comes to our exteriors, when the sun moves, all that light is calculated in real time through the atmosphere.
Ray traced.
Our biggest goal for lighting with Starfield
Looks
was
good.
to make the game
Was it
feel more
path
filmed.
traced is
to
like the
use
more advanced
lighting
version of ray
and
tracing?
color
Oh, I have no
to
idea
really
anymore.
make it feel more cinematic.
After some exploring, you can find a spot to set up a base camp. Outposts can be built almost anywhere on any planet. And the habitat modules come in all shapes and sizes, filling all different purposes. You can even live in them. Assign crew and companions to work at your outposts for added bonuses and set up extractors to harvest resources while you're away.
Something cool we have this time is we have a new fly cam where you can toggle between on-foot building, or you can now use a top-down isometric camera, which helps plan out larger parts of the outpost and placing those larger habs. So that way you can really plan your structures and what the overall feel of your
This is your
outpost
base building,
And then when you're on your feet,
Fallout-esque.
you can really
It
decorate
feels like
and
there's too much
fine-tune
game here, to be
things much
honest.
easier.
That's my only concern about it. Too much different stuff, and you'd spend like 50 hours before you realise you've done nothing. I mean, it's going to be good value for money.
Oh, absolutely.
And research stations.
And on
Game
Game
Pass.
Pass, yeah.
Any
All of this
resources
for
you find or already
nothing.
have.
If you already have like a 2-year plan.
Mod your weapons to adapt them to your playstyle. Different weapon sights and scopes. Larger magazines. A selection of grips and barrels. Different ammunition like explosive rounds.
And it's coming this year.
All you stealth players out
6th
there
of
will
September.
surely need a suppressor.
Not long.
No.
You can also choose to go hands-on with melee weapons.
I think it's always a delicate balance between like
What else?
what's
Like,
realistic,
back in
what's
the air,
sim, and
is
what's
Spider-Man's-
Hollywood. And I
is
think we sort of
still
err
this
on
year,
the
or is it
side of
next
like
year?
what's fun for the
What,
player.
Spider-Man 2?
Yeah.
This year, October.
Yeah. October.
With Starfield, we've
There's
completely
no way I'm
overhauled
finishing
our combat.
Starfield before Spider-Man.
It's more dynamic, the animations are more fluid.
Final Fantasy's next year.
It just feels great.
The Final Fantasy's also next
We
month.
probably have more mods and more weapons in this game than I want to say any other game we've done before. There's a lot of variety.
25 years to make this game.
Upgraded gear is just one of the many
play.
factors to pay attention
Like,
to.
what if
when
you're gonna play
engaging in
one game for the
combat.
rest of your life?
You may need to
This
switch
may end
things
up being one of
based on
those
your
games for a lot of people.
Oh, yeah. Like,
Gravity is different for each
I would
planet,
take that as
and
a good
boost
bet
packs
right
are
now.
excellent for
Like-
getting around. And for giving you an edge in combat.
Starfield Sundays.
Sometimes you'll even feel like you're flying. Zero gravity environments pose a different challenge. Firing a ballistic weapon in zero G will actually push you backwards.
That's cool.
I like it.
Energy weapons, on the other
That,
hand,
you,
offer
there's
a
going
more
to be
stable
speedrunners
shooting
using
experience.
that to somehow, like,
We also have mag
exploit the
weapons.
game.
These are high-powered electromagnetic induction ballistic arrays. Each barrel has its own targeting laser and can dish out some serious damage.
Melts them basically.
Yeah.
Whether you want
Didn't
to get
stand
up
a
close
chance.
and personal with your own two fists, or you like more compact
Uppercut
weapons
some
like
kind of
pistols and
dinosaur.
submachine guns.
Yeah. I want to use a
Maybe
range
you
weapon
prefer
in this
something
game.
bigger.
I also
It's
want
a
sword.
brain alien.
Starfield's got you covered.
The thing is, well, this game has so much potential for DLC, even though it probably
Yeah,
doesn't
just
need
add
it.
another thing in, yeah.
You could just drop a planet in and go, okay, go to this planet, there's a new storyline on
Well-
this planet, there you go.
Well, this is why I'd love it to be big enough where it doesn't need a sequel. It just becomes a perpetual like universe, and then you just add, like you said, new content, new planets, improvements, everything like that.
Yeah.
What on earth are them? The kind of vinyl record robots that plays on the head and then.
You know
Oh,
what? A multiplayer shooter based on this could be really cool as well.
just
With
add
all
it,
the
add
really
it in.
different physics,
Mm.
like things like low gravity stuff. And how-
Oh, so you got zero G powers there. Didn't realize that was a thing.
Thanks again for being with us today. We are just so grateful that you've taken the time and spent it here. I know there was probably a lot to take in. There's a lot to the game, even more than we could show here. You know, as we play it, we're always sharing these unique and special moments that only a game like this can bring. When I think about what makes it special, it really is the people here. This game is a reflection of the incredible and passionate team that made it. All of them putting something special of themselves into it. So let's hear some of their favorite moments.
I love the way
that our final combination of all the new tech has come together to create some of the most beautiful sunsets and sunrises we've ever had in any of our games.
Modders, yeah, we know Bethesda are good on modders,
the exploration, every biome is
Skyrim.
different. The word that comes to mind is vast.
I like to use our photo mode.
Someone's
going to
try and create
rockstar
Morrowind
photos.
in this.
I just
and
love
the rest.
that constant feel of discovery, and wow, I can't believe that there's
There's
more
been a team
here.
of people trying to
I'm most
recreate
excited
Morrowind inside
about our
Skyrim for like
outpost building
over a
systems.
decade.
My favorite part is every time you step out on a planet, it's a unique experience.
Nothing's been said about frame
You
rates.
spend all this time building your ship, and you see it on the landing pad. These things are
Nope,
gigantic.
not a thing
it's the kind of
mentioned.
thing that you just can't get anywhere else.
There's something about seeing a tower over in the distance and going, I know the gravity.
It's been bugging me for 30 minutes now.
I think I can make that
His
jump.
hat, obviously, it's
My
more of a
favorite part is
visor.
biomes, spaceships,
audio design,
But unless he's playing
planets,
poker,
the game
I don't
life
see why
cycle,
anyone
those
should
details
wear those
matter.
visor caps.
Diplomacy, exploration, freedom, the ending.
I don't think you should even be allowed to wear them playing poker.
the robot so much.
The incredible amount of worlds we created. Sniper rifles, come on. Lever action, rocket launcher,
Brain sprout. I laugh, but some people might find creepy.
He likes The Last of Us, that
I know it's
guy.
like them. The thing that I enjoy most about the game is the freedom to be who you want to be.
That looks jarring.
Do what you want to do. It's what you've come to expect from a Bethesda title, but on a much bigger scale.
Space. Here we go. Here's the logo.
On behalf of all of us, we can't wait for you to play Starfield and make your own special moments.
Do you think I did the watching the game like when the first Apple Watch came in? It's like, oh, we had that. That's cool tech.
Starfield. 9th of June? That's 2 days ago.
Don't know, guys. We didn't tell you about it.
Stealth drop 2 days ago. Wow. There's your Starfield Direct with all its premium content and such. Of course, base games on Game Pass anywhere. There's your Constellation Edition, which does look cool as anything. Steelbook case, digital download. We talked about this on this week's Talk on the PS, but September.
The reason for me is just Series S exists and it doesn't have a disc drive.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. There is our Xbox Showcase and Starfield Direct then, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much to everyone who tuned in to watch along with us. It's been a fantastic 2 hours, Richie, filled with video games and a couple of internet issues throughout. But we got there in the end. Hopefully we didn't miss too much. We are going to go away and record this week's episode of X-Pass immediately off the back of this. So it's up ready for you tomorrow morning, first thing, here on youtube.com/Helix Place Games, and up there in the digital clouds on your podcast preference of choice. Of course, don't forget to like the video if you somehow haven't done so already. We do appreciate it. Just like the wonderful Helix heroes, the many of you in the chat tonight who support us for that a little bit more and help us bring fantastic showcases like this to the screen. I say that as though we make them, we just watch along and react live, but it makes us want to do more. So we do thank you for your love and support. I hope you all have had a fantastic weekend and you're all ready for the week ahead. That's it for us now. Tune in for the next thing and we'll see you soon. My name's been Chris.
I've been Richie.
We've been Helix Plays Games. You've been amazing, and play wherever makes you the happiest, folks. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.